Come through, fam. We lit and we chill. Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. My name's Shorty McShortbread, and you're watching the best mother frickin' show on this godforsaken platform known as YouTube. This is the Film Gob Live. Yeah, that's what it is. So who's in here? Yo, man, I see Suki97 in the chat, man. I see. She says, can't make it, Gob, so I'll leave you a like. All right, then. Quantum Surge. Gonna see GVK to compare it to its prior films. I'll compare it to the prior films, don't worry. Ife's here, Gob Life. Raya's here, hey y'all. Harry Pothead. They didn't release Godzilla v Kong in Nepal. Jared Fogel Squad. Specs Dude. Kaz Axe. Yo, man, I see Screen Fest. Man, I see Fatal J. Man, I see Corey. So, what are we going to talk about, man? Got loads to talk about. So, you might have heard Shaker and me and Randall and everyone else, we're going to take a break this month from YouTube and the social medias. Got lots of stuff happening, like, don't have time for this YouTube malarkey, all this toxicity. Like Marvel fans sending us death threats, because that's all they know. So, we're going to take a break for the rest of the month. So this is the last live stream for this month and for quite some time while we reevaluate the Film Gob channel. Mr. Brainchild, yeah, this is one of the best from film franchise. So we're going to talk about, as you can see in the bottom of the screen here, Godzilla vs. Kong spoilers, Mortal Kombat Runtime, the Pedo Squad trailers, New Gods cancelled, and restore the Snyderverse. When we starting Collision, there's no Collision talk. If you want to come on this, I can send you an invite right now, Fatal J, and we can do that. Let me know if you want that. Yes, the Gob Night returns for one night only. So let's talk about this Godzilla versus Kong. Like, bloody hell, I was watching this film, right? I was like looking forward to it because I thought, what's this? I'm in my tight, what? Tift. The hell does that mean? So I was watching Godzilla v Kong, and it's just like, it's very fast paced. And it's not even, I don't even know, like, what is this movie even making any sense? Like, Godzilla, he starts attacking this base, and you're like, why is he attacking? There's no explanation. They're just like, oh, he's turned against us. And then sometime later in the film, they're like, oh, he's attacking us because he thinks we're trying to replace him. I was like, what? That still doesn't make sense. You need to explain what's happening. Like, turns out the Adam Wingard who directed this, he says, oh, I've got 5 hours of the footage, but this is my cut, everyone. This is my cut. Huh? Not buying it. Not buying that at all. I think Legendary Pictures or Warner Brothers, whoever, probably told him, you better shut your mouth. And you shut your mouth. We don't want that Snyder cut shit all over again. You go out there and you tell them, this is your cut and this is you. You better shut your fucking... And then he's gone out there and he's telling everyone, yeah, this is my cut. But what's his name? Alexander Skarsgård? Is that his name? He's one of the main characters of the film, the human characters. He's like, yeah, the film starts with me and my team going down to Skull Island for some experiments and stuff and trying to find the hollow earth. And then my team dies and stuff. and it takes me to a dark place. And then he gets introduced to the villains of the film later, trying to recruit him. So that must be a good 15 minutes of the film, it's just not there. And I know some of you are like, oh, we don't need the human characters. I want a story that makes sense. Okay, it builds up. Look at Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is just over 2 hours, 2 hours, 7 minutes. Huh? I know you were like, oh, I want to see the T-Rex. We've got Sam Neill in it and Jeff Goldblum. They're pretty good characters. They took their time to set up the film, set up the story. Then they hit you with the T-Rex. Velociraptors. Other dinosaurs. But these guys, right? Bloody Godzilla v Kong, it's just starting. Listen to this, right? I want you to think about this, dumbasses. This is the first time in American films that I know there's been King Kong versus Godzilla in the Japanese versions, but here, this is the first time we're seeing Godzilla versus King Kong, right? And the first time they clash is underwater. Are you fucking serious? They clash underwater, guys. It's all the CGI is pretty good, right? Good special effects and all that. But the first time they clash is underwater. And Godzilla's treated like some kind of fucking villain, secondary villain in this film, without any explanation. And they try to explain it, but it still doesn't make any sense because they've missed out a big chunk of the story, right? And then the bloody Rebecca Hall's character, right? Rebecca Hall's character, she's like, oh, I studied Kong on the island for 10 years. Did you know? But you didn't know and then when the girl's communicating with him in sign language, it's a big shock to everyone. Oh my God, I can't believe it. The fuck is this dog? You're trying to say you were studying him on the island for 10 years, right? And you would have had cameras everywhere, right? And you found this girl who's Kong trusts this little girl, right? And takes care of her. At no point did they would have seen them communicate in sign language, right? No, you never saw that in 10 years. And then you bring Kong over to this facility and it's a hologram of his jungle, right? And that must have taken, a year or two to build and then put him there. And you still didn't, all the cameras everywhere, you still didn't see him communicating in sign language. Give me a fucking break, dog. The fuck is this shit, dog? Motherfucks. I mean, it is better than the Marvel copy universe. I'm not denying that. But a bit of a letdown, man. So then there's that. Like, I think when Godzilla attacks the base at the start, there's that little device there that Brian Tyree Henry sees in the destruction, right? And I think that's got something to do with what happened in King of the Monsters, where he had this device that controlled the Titans. I think that had something to do with it, but I can't remember. Aye, man, King of the Monsters was much better. Bloody Brian Tyree Henry, right, as a podcaster, and then you've got Millie Bobby Brown and that fat kid from those films that I don't like, that fat kid from Deadpool 2. They go on this little adventure. Doesn't bloody mean anything if you think about it. They just sneak about. They sneak about bloody facilities. They don't even get caught somehow, right? They go to all these facilities. Nobody can see them, right? Sneaking about for the entirety of the film. And right at the end, they get caught. And even then, nothing happens to them. What else? What other dumbassery was in this film? What are these glasses? You never seen them before, Stephen? What else happened in this film? Like, in Godzilla, like, I'll get this out of the way, right? I love the action, the fights between Godzilla and Kong. It's quite funny. He sticks this something in Godzilla's mouth. He's like, ah. But Godzilla, my boy Godzilla, is treated like a villain. Huh? It's unacceptable, like. It's mainly a Kong-centric film, and then he finds his... Like, I thought the Skull Island is his home. Is Skull Island not his home? But no, they take him... First they try to ship him across the waters, like the idiots they are, right? And then Godzilla finds them, and then that's when the fight starts, underwater. And then Kong plays dead, a coward, right? And then Godzilla goes away. And then they think, oh, we should fly him to Antarctica because there's a tunnel there leads to the hollow Earth, right? Did you not think that before, you dumbasses? And then the girl's like, oh, your family, you others like you might be down there, your family. And Kong's like, oh yeah, let me go. Dumb monkey. I thought Skull Island was his home. Yeah, the fat kid from Deadpool 2, yeah, disarms Mecha Godzilla with a bit of drink. Yeah, Brian Teddy's whiskey or some shit. Now those kids and the podcaster and the kids, not needed. No, I think Lance Reddick, he got cut out of the film. He's only in the scene for like one frame. Lance Reddick, he's like the head of Monarch. If you set up King of the Monsters, right? You set up King of the Monsters, and you're talking about Monarch, and you're talking all these human characters, and they're trying to control the Titans and all this. They took their time to explain what was happening, right? Because when the Titans fight, you actually understand what's happening, and it's all part of the story, and it flows. It's like poetry, guys. It rhymes. But no, here it's just, oh, let's just give people the fights. Yeah, just give them the fights. Bloody hell. Lance Reddick, he's only in the film for like one frame. Kyle Chandler, is that his name? Kyle Chandler, he's got not much to do. I know Millie Bobby Brown had to come back because, you know, she's... Yeah, they cut out other characters as well. How you cut Lance Reddick from a movie? Shameful. Nobody is that good. You'll probably see him in John Wick a little bit more, John Wick 4, than we did here. Bloody 2-hour mandate. That is a problem too. The 2-hour mandate, that is a problem, because that'll lead into Mortal Kombat. That'll lead into the Mortal Kombat discussion. But bloody fucking Godzilla versus Kong, right? And then that's another thing. Check this out, guys. They set up the hollow Earth, right, and the tunnels and the ships to get down into the hollow Earth, because the gravity is going to pull you and fuck up your face, and you're going to explode. So we have to build these ships to go into the tunnels, and it causes this whoosh and brush, and it's like all pure awesome, like, and then you come out the other end, and it's all quite difficult to get there, right? So that happens, but here's Godzilla. Right? So when they got down there, Kong and everyone else, they go down to the hollow Earth, right? And the big monkey finds his axe, and he sees, this is where his other people used to be. Monkeys used to be apes. And so there, that shit starts to go down because Isa Gonzalez, the little bitch that she is, she's like, oh, we're going to take what we want, and etc., etc. While that's happening in Hollow Earth, here comes Godzilla, right? In Hong Kong, he's just fucking looking about, and then he stops and he's like, oh, this must be, I feel that this is where they will be down there in Hollow Earth. Let me just breathe my fire down into the earth. Are you serious? And his fire breath digs a fucking tunnel straight into the Hollow Earth. And he's like, nah, and Kong's like, can't fucking believe. I was like, what? He all that trouble to get to Hollow Earth, but Godzilla, yeah, he just shoots a laser down the fucking air. You can dig holes to China. No, China to Hollow Earth, yeah. That's like the dumbest, laziest shit I've ever seen. And don't get me wrong, guys, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Good action scenes. But nobody's bitching about the destruction, though, eh? This has got people getting stabbed. I'm pretty sure Godzilla stamped on people, right? And buildings falling all over the place. They're running through the streets. Ah! And then finally, we actually get to see Kong and Godzilla fight properly. Like, I know they should have they fought on the ships in the sea, but here it's like they're throwing buildings at each other. They're sticking things down their Kong's jumping on the buildings and swinging around, and he's got his axe, and so they kick each other's ass. A whole lot of folks got deaded. Some good action sequences, that's it. But yeah, lots of people died. Lots of people died. And then Kong, like a bitch that he is, Godzilla sticks his claws into his chest, almost kills him. And here comes Mecha. Oh, then you've got the whole Mecha Godzilla, right? So the evil corporation, I can't remember their name. They've got Ghidorah, one of Ghidorah's heads. Yeah, that survived, or it didn't survive, or something. Because Ghidorah's an alien, and they've got his skull. I don't know if they've got his brain or what, but they've got his skull, and that helps them take over, or they get some kind of energy from somewhere, or they got the sample from Hollow Earth and sent it, and that helps them power up the Mecha Godzilla or some shit. And then Ghidorah, his mind takes over, and then Mecha Godzilla goes on a rampage. So that's a Mecha Godzilla is born. And Fatal J says the movie was dope. I think you're on some drugs there, Fatal. The goofy black guy. Oh, and Brian Teddy Henry, the podcaster. And then Mecha Godzilla kicks Godzilla's ass, and then the little girl, Alexander Skarsgård, he blows the ship up on Kong's chest, and that revives him. And then the little girl says, "No, you need to help Godzilla. He's our friend." And then Kong and Godzilla beat the shit out of Mecha Godzilla. The end. Grace Randolph said that they should have shaken hands at the end. I was like, are you serious, Grace? So much wasted potential, guys. All because they need it's less than 2 hours. And I know people say, oh, that's not too bad. How long was let's see, how long was King of the Monsters? King of 2 hours and 12 minutes. That's just about right. Nobody's asking for 2.5 hours. Nobody's asking for 3 hours. Nobody's asking for 4 hours, right? Don't get it twisted. Just need that extra 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes in this film's case to give us a little bit more story and, make the plot make sense. I'm all for fast-paced films, but bloody hell. I was talking about that earlier in VLJ, the sign language. I can understand if Kong knows sign language. The girls probably taught him. But how did they not know all these years that he knew sign language? If they've been studying Kong for 10 years? Morons. What else happened in this? I mean, the ships, I love the ships, the ships, the colors and the neon lights, and then they go down to Hollow Earth and the gravity and all that. And then Kong, when he gets to Hollow Earth, he beats up those flying snakes, and he fucking rips them apart. But he does get a lot of assists from the humans, because the loser can't fight on his own. So you need to understand, guys, if you watch the original Godzilla, the Japanese version from 1954, you understand the point of the Godzilla, right? And I think King of the Monsters was probably the best American Godzilla film, because it had Mothra in it and Ghidorah, all sorts. And the human characters, it all makes sense, it all kind of flows, right? Everything's decent. And it kind of does relate to the original films and all that. Has similar characters and names as well. But man, this is like, and Adam Wingard again. I know you're doing you're playing the nice guy for the studio, and you're going, oh yeah, this is my cut. But I'm telling you, you better release some deleted scenes or an extended cut. That was a bloody disappointment, man. I smashed that like. Thank you. I think Pacific Rim was better than this. At least, you know what? I still need to rewatch Pacific Rim, because when I watched it in the cinema, I don't think the sound was all there. I think it was messed up. So I want to rewatch that. And where was Mothra? What happened to Mothra? I've still not seen Shin Godzilla, Bob. I need to get on that. So that is the end of the Godzilla versus Kong. I need to rewatch it just to see how dumb the film is. But again, it was kind of hilarious. It was so bad, it was good in a way. But man, could have been better. So I need to rewatch that. What else? Mortal Kombat Runtime. Again, under 2 hours. What the... Just like Justice League, under 2 hours. Just like Godzilla versus Kong, under 2 hours. And now, Mortal Kombat. Now, I know people say, oh, it's just Mortal Kombat, guys. It's just a dumb video game. You lot, you sound like the people who said Batman v Superman does not need to be 3 hours. You're the ones who say Snyder Cut doesn't need to be 4 hours, right? If you've got a franchise that you want to build, if you've got a franchise like Mortal Kombat with legends and lore and myths and demons and fighters and tournaments and all that, that movie better be over 2 hours, like, huh? Daniel says it's one of the best lords of all time. I think it's 1 hour and 50 minutes. So if you take away the credits, that'll be like 1 hour 45 minutes. And don't go, oh, Scorpion's Revenge was 1 hour 20 minutes. That's a fucking animated film, right? An animated film, right? That's kind of rushing. Again, that film was also rushed. So it's a rushed storytelling for the newbies. Here's a taster of what Mortal Kombat is, right? That's fine for the animated, right? But this is live action. You want to set up characters that you care about, and then you want to build a franchise on that, so people come back. They're invested in these characters and the world that you're building. You know, give it some respect. Should be over again. 2 hours 10 minutes, 2 hours 15 minutes. It's perfect. Got a bad feeling about Mortal Kombat, guys. You've got Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, Kung Lao. There's no Johnny Cage, but Kano, Shang Tsung. All these characters. Scorpion and Sub-Zero. You're trying to tell me their rivalry is... And then you go on YouTube and you've got these like 3 hour plus compilations of just a story of these characters from the video games, and these idiots come up with 1 hour 45 minutes. I know not every film needs to be over 2 hours. Your little comedies and your chick flicks, they can be 90 minutes. That's all good. This is Mortal Kombat, dog. This is like how many decades? 20 years, 25 years. Yes, Scorpion versus Sub-Zero is a whole movie by itself. So that's your Mortal Kombat. Comes out end of this month, right? What's next? Yes. The Suicide Squad by James Gunn, right? The first trailer came out, R-rated, and it was like, this is a bit underwhelming, like, it's a bit boring. Aye. And everyone was like, yeah, all these dick jokes, typical James Gunn, right? Edgelord that he is. It's got all these dick jokes in there. Not that dick jokes are bad on their own, but in that particular scene, just wasn't funny. Especially with John Cena saying it. The whole banter didn't work. And then they panicked, and Warner Brothers, they were like, oh no, yeah, quick, make up a new trailer. And they put out a new trailer, right? A story-based trailer, or it wasn't R-rated. It was just a regular trailer, trailer number 2. And people are like, oh, this is better. I thought it was, well, so and so, it's all right. But they was like, they rushed it out, and then they're like, oh, but then they went back and they said, oh, the R-rated trailer. Yeah, Warner Brothers announced the R-rated trailer is it's the highest rated trailer on HBO Max. And we were like, really? Is it though? Is it? You're cooking the books there, Warner Brothers, huh? Yeah. Cooking the books. You're trying to say the Suicide Squad trailer did more views than Mortal Kombat? I doubt that. Doubt that very much. They got that news out there quick because we were tweeting "Restore the Snyderverse," right? We were on our spamming the "Restore the Snyderverse" hashtag, and Warner Brothers panicked. Jolly says, "I don't think it is the highest rated trailer." WB cooking meth. What's up, Strong Arm Flex? Thanks for staying up, Simon. 1 a.m. So yeah, the Suicide Squad by James Gunn looks all sorts of cringe. I like the fact that he's got the old kind of comic book accurate look, if you will, and it's going to be very comic booky. But I prefer the air cut. That's what I want. Hashtag release the air cut. A green band trailer for an R-rated movie. What's the point? Exactly. You're only watching it for Polka Dot Man. And then check this out. They showed posters, right, of the different Suicide Squad characters. And I was so disinterested in the promotion of this film that I saw King Shark poster and it said Sylvester Stallone. And it didn't even hit me until days later. I saw the fucking poster, but it didn't even process in my head until days later. I was like, wait a minute. Sylvester Stallone is doing the voice of King Shark? This is how disinterested I am in this film. So I hope Warner Brothers, right? And this is another stupidity of the Warner Brothers. They say that we are toxic. I think Anne Sarnoff probably saw my videos, right? And she said, I don't like that toxic film gob. But check this out. The Space Jam 2, they cut out Pepe Le Pew because he's problematic. But they have the Clockwork Orange. Let me bring this up for you. Show you these idiots. Share screen. I posted it on my Facebook just now. Here it is. Is it? Yeah. Look at this. So as you can see, they got rid of Pepe Le Pew from Space Jam 2, but check, it's the Droogs. The Droogs from Clockwork Orange. There they are on the right-hand side. They're actually in a kids' film. That's what you call toxic, guys. The fucking perverts over at Warner Brothers. This is what they're trying to do to your kids. They want to put the Droogs with their little dildo diapers. That's what I call them. The dildo diapers that they're wearing. That's in your Space Jam 2. Dildo diapers. Yeah. A silly cartoon character is a no-no, but a bunch of druggies, the R word, right? I don't want to get demonetized. Killers, gang members are fine. These are the perverts over there at Warner Brothers, and they call us toxic. Are you serious, Hamada Burger and Sarnoff? If it was up to Anne, a CGI Jimmy Savile would be in Space Jam. Bloody hell, like. So there you go. I'm not going to watch this filth. I'm going to protest this. I mean, I was off Twitter for 4 days, and we've already come up with this new hashtag, Hamada Burgers. Don't even know what that means, but it's quite funny. Bloody Clockwork Orange and Space Jam 2. The fuck is this? What the hell is going on? I think the corona has got to the Warner Brothers. Ready the Hamada Armada. We will use the shit ways. Don't buy Hamada burgers. So, okay, so that's that news. Filth Jam 2. What else is happening? Ah, yes. New Gods has been cancelled. So all this from Warner Brothers. Oh, we're going to make a New Gods film. We're going to. It's got Eva Duvernay's directing. Tom King. Look at us. Look at us, guys. Look at us. We're taking selfies. We're taking selfies. Look at me and Tom King, guys. We're making New Gods. How many years was it? 2 years. They were talking about this, and now it's cancelled. So that's what you get, Warner Brothers, for your dumbassery. Reasons I'm broke is here. Bye bye, Eva. So let me just say, I don't know who these people are that want to see a Wrinkle in Time style bloody New Gods film. I don't know who these people are, because Zack Snyder showed you exactly what the fuck the New Gods are supposed to look like. And here's another thing. I think they might have said, Warner Brothers might have said, well, you know, we had to cancel the New Gods because Zack Snyder used him. Zack Snyder used the New Gods in the Snyder Cut. Wait a minute, I thought you said the Snyder Cut wasn't canon. So what does it matter if Snyder used him or not? Huh? Got you there, Warner Brothers, you pieces of shit. Dumb fucks. I hope those selfies and those bloody tweets were worth it, huh? Because it got you nowhere. How you doing, Prime? How the turntables. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, have you seen Rose from Blackpink, her new solo album? Hey, man, what the I saw her song, On the Ground. On the ground. Dun, 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 on the ground. Rose. What are you talking about? A new album? There's only 2 songs on it. on the ground and gone. I don't see any album on Spotify. Your fake news, Song Park. Got me excited for nothing. But I need a new Blackpink album. Did you see the what do you call it? Blackpink in concert on YouTube? And they had new songs. Well, I had some cover songs, and they had some new different versions. It was a pretty good concert, man. Anyway, back to this. On the scale 0 to 10, how likely is the Snyderverse to be restored? 8. There you go. I'm going 8 out of 10, as Christian Harloff would say. Oh yeah, and James Wan's Trench. Darklaw says, I was actually excited for, but the New Gods I barely cared about. Zach's ideas and plans were better. Once you look at them and how throughout his vision they were set up perfectly. And Belinda's here. She says, I want to see this air cut. Of course. So there you go, guys. That's all the news. New Gods cancelled. Suicide Squad trailer views. Cooking the books, I think. Mortal Kombat Runtime sucks. Godzilla vs. Kong is so bad it's good, but it's still released a Wingard cut. Let's see what's happening with Bitcoin. It's nothing, not doing anything like. BitTorrent, I've got BitTorrent tokens. It's close to 1 cent. Hopefully it goes to $1. I'll be rich. Where am I? A virtual concert? No, the YouTube concert they did. It's not. It was. I don't know where it was, but it was a recorded / live concert. Blackpink in your area. And John Campea still dishing out Snyder Cut, saying only 36% of total views finished the film. Where was his discussion on other OTT films and series like Irishman? That guy's crazy, like. And that's why Grace Randolph is the top dog when it comes to movie news on YouTube. And John Campea, he's not growing his channel because he's a little bitch. Suhail Sheikh, do you think just because of so much high level of explicit nudity, violence, and dark tones, Zack Snyder is seen different than any other director? Does he have nudity in his films? I don't think he does. But yeah, some critics, they see things that aren't there and then they attack him for it because they've got their own hatred and problems that they need to deal with. Film Gob, you are a bum compared to anyone. Shut the fuck up. There you go. I'll take a screenshot of that. What time is it there? It says Dogecoin. It's 8 p.m. The Chad Snyder versus the Virgin Hakmada. Kia! 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 That's me calling my people, my leprechaun cousins in Scotland. MCU cultist, M cultist. Oh, that's a good one, Kaz. M cultist got the salt of the old gods in them. Did you see the M cultists attacking Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell, because he's in the bird guy in the Murder Soldier TV show, and he plays the new Captain America, and all the cultists, Marvel fanboys, are sending him death threats. And surprise, surprise, Brandon Davis is all quiet about it. What a fucking prick. Motherfucker. And he's all gone quiet, eh? M. Cumstains. M cultists and M Cumstains. Eva was going to cast Rey as Darkseid. Really? Branda no vision. No matter how much you hate Marvel, you gotta admit, I don't need to admit anything, Wilder. Marvel can kiss my bum hairs. That's what they can do. This is what I think of Marvel.
You have to get past the Avengers and Marvel shit at some point, okay? Other people make movies.
R.I.P. Marvel! R.I.P. Marvel!
She's a slut.
I was gonna say something along that line.
It's a complete whore.
Trick,
Man.
Let's talk about cinema, though. Some real cinema. Was Wings of Desire any good? It's a classic, man. You better watch that. It's got Nick Cave in it. What does Robbie Pattinson think about New Gods being cancelled? Let's call him like right now. Here, Robert Patterson. Yeah, it's Shorty McShortbread here. And Amlan Briadarshi says, what do you think about New Gods being cancelled? You might have heard, Robert, that Ava DuVernay's New Gods was cancelled this week or last week. Why don't you come on the show and we'll talk about it, like?
No. I'm Robert Pattinson, asshole. I don't do that. Screw you.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Oh well. Maybe next time, Robert. What else is happening? The Rock has smelt what Hamada Burger is cooking. And he is having second thoughts. Because I heard that, well, it's just rumors and speculation, but Apparently, The Rock wants the Snyderverse restored. Because he saw how awesome it was, the Snyder cut. And yeah, he wants it restored, apparently. What is your favourite Nicolas Cage film? It's too many. Face Off, Gone in 60 Seconds. What else? Nicolas Cage. Let's then go to IMDb. Face Off. I want to rewatch The Rock, you know, the Michael Bay film. I want to rewatch that because I only watched it once. I recently watched Color Out of Space. That was okay. That was an okay film. Creepy. Sci-fi with Nicolas Cage. Mandy's good. Again, kind of dark horror. Let's see. I'm just going back and back. I think the Ghost Rider films are kind of good. Like Drive Angry. It's quite good. National Treasure. I've not seen Adaptation. I want to watch that. Charlie Kaufman. Bringing Out the Dead. I want to rewatch that. I think I watched it too long ago, so I want to rewatch it. Snake Eyes. I've still not seen. No, I think I have. I think I have seen Snake Eyes. Con Air. I've still not seen Leaving Las Vegas. Wild at Heart. Yeah, I've seen that. That's good. Yeah, there you go. Can do my Nicolas Cage impression. Oh, let's go. Mission Impossible 2 is better than Face Off. Are you serious, like? What if I were to say Marvel makes better movies than DC? I'd say I think you need help. You need to be admitted to the Abu Nas Rehabilitation Center. Any horror film you would you like to recommend that has no jump scares? Well, Farhan, I watched a film today. Let me just bring it up. And it is called Gretel and Hansel. So it's not Hansel and Gretel, it's Gretel and Hansel. And Gretel is played by Sophia Lillis from It Chapter 1. It's a little twist on the old Hansel and Gretel film tale. It's quite dark and scary. Quite good cinematography, like. It's got some good visuals in it. Very well directed. And it's quite creepy and scary, like. But it doesn't really have jumps. I don't think it has jump scares in it. So you should check that out. What else? Jump scares. No jump scares. Southbound. That's like a horror anthology film. So you can check that out. That's got some creepy tales. Color Out of Space, starring Nicolas Cage. You can check that out. Freaky starring Vince Vaughn. That's a comedy horror. What else? The New Mutants. That was kind of horror. Yeah, there you go. Christopher McQuarrie for Green Lantern Corps. I think that ship has sailed, man. He's probably looking at Warner Brothers and going, bloody hell, those guys are a mess. Glass or BVS theatrical cut? I would say glass. And you know what, guys? We're going to finish with this. I want to show you something. This is hilarious. We're going to laugh at Marvel fans a little bit more. Check this out. Now then. Where is it? Share the screen. Share the screen, share the screen, share the screen. So this happened, right? So this is Joe from Cyber Nerds, who I like Cyber Nerds, but he messed up here. So he's like, Marvel Studios, the place where details take 10 years for a payoff. Right. So what he's circled here in the top is a picture, a black and white photograph of Captain America holding the taxi door, right? You remember in the first Avenger, you see it in the bottom of this picture when he's being shot at, and he holds the taxi door, using it as a shield, and behind the shooter, there's a woman taking, or it might be a guy, I can't know. He's someone taking a picture, a photograph of this action, right? This controversial incident. And then, I guess 10 years later, in whatever movie, they show these kind of collection of photographs of Captain America and designs and everything. There's a black and white picture, right? And that's obviously coming from that scene from the first Avenger, where that woman's taking the photograph. But then in the cinematic universe, it's used again in that frame at the top. And people are like, oh my God, this is so detailed. 10 years for a payoff. Oh my God, mind blown. DC could never. Zack Snyder could never. You should check the comments on this thread and the quote thread. People going, oh my God, my mind is blown. Marvel. This is why Marvel are genius, guys. Make mine Marvel. But the problem is, guys, there's a big fucking problem. The problem is, it showed up 10 minutes later in the same fucking film, right? As a photograph in the film on a newspaper, right? There it is. 10 minutes later. It's there. The woman is taking a photograph for a reason. It's there in the film because 10 minutes later it shows up on this newspaper, right? Fair enough. But some people acting like, oh, no, that never be, because, right, they think Marvel used that to show it 10 years later in Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, whatever. I don't know which movie that top panel is from, right? That's how forgettable their films are. The fanboys, they were like, oh, look, this is genius. But they had forgotten, right? They forgot that it was actually used 10 minutes later in the first Avenger. Stupid, stinking Marvel fanboys. No, Brohawk, I'm not player hating on GVK. Actually, maybe I am a little bit. It was a rushed mess. Release the Wingard cut. That's what I'm talking about. Ardit, what do you think of Mauler review of Snyder Cut? I don't give a shit about who's Mauler. I don't know who that is. Thank you for your super chat, Ardit. I don't watch many other YouTubers when it comes to movies. I'm too busy watching cryptocurrency content. Where's Bitcoin right now? Doing nothing. BitTorrent. It's close to 1 cent. I got in when it was like less than a cent, I think. Kind of big money. I'm going to be rich. I spit on that Marvel franchise. It's garbage, man. So there you go, everyone. There's your news. and your discussions. You even got some, laughed at the Marvel fanboys for a minute. Brohawk says, McMarvel's over 10 billion sold junk food that clogs your arteries. He spends 2 hours arguing that Justice League is a better film. It's all fake news, guys. It's all fake news. These YouTubers just want your reaction. They want a reaction out of you. They trash talk. They don't even believe the shit that's coming out their mouth, right? They're a slave to the algorithm. They eat fake news. They smell fake news. They sleep with fake news. They wake up with fake news. They eat, sleep, repeat fake news. Now that's what the YouTube algorithm is all about. And it's all part of the plan that you don't understand. So I think we'll leave it there, guys. What's this?
And we're going to cancel you. We're cancelling all the men today. Cancel them all.
That was Jane Tomato there. She's all about that SJW cancellations. So click like because you know one right. Let me know in the comments below. If you care, then you can share. And then you smash that mother fucking subscribe button. So until next time, my knuckleheads. Tell me, is it lit? Is it chill? I'm Shorty. And you're not. Ta-ta.
They try to fill it with cheap consumer goods and social media affirmations, and they try to fill it with all sorts of toxic poisons, but it's never enough. They keep filling and filling and filling, and that's how we end up with something like this. Shame! Shame on all of you! And yet, there will be thousands of people just lined up at the concession stands, just waiting to clog their arteries with this. They think, oh man, maybe I should live vicariously through one of my heroes. So when he wins, I win. His victory is my victory. I can't wait to destroy it.